Hello there, and welcome back to another Master Mouldie stream. Today we are in for some really good builds actually. I've been enjoying the Minecraft micro series. We've seen a few micro sets over the years. Minecraft as a Lego theme. Hello there, by the way, chat. For those of you that don't know, Minecraft originated in micro builds, and we are going to be most focusing on them today. There we go, focusing on these micro builds today. But first off, I did have a little challenge for the community. Let's see how many people actually built a micro build. Hello there, Moonshoes. Hello there, Grievous. If you are still building your micro builds, feel free to post them in the community anytime up to the stream ends. Or afterwards, you know. There's no time limit on these things. And let's get this out. So what I planned for today is I've got a few special builds at the start actually. I had a look at the Minecraft celebration and I think we have a few of the buildable characters already. Like the pig, the zombie, the creeper. And I think there's a ocelot or a cat as well. So I do want to build that cake, but I won't be building most of the animals because I feel like we do have quite a lot of them. Instead, I've got the parts for... I do have the parts for the cake and I've recolored one of the pieces. I think the candle piece has been recolored and switched up the mechanism on the inside. And then I've also got parts for a custom armadillo. Looks like it's a mini gingerbread build. It's not, it's an armadillo. We'll be getting them done first, but let's take a look at the community. So I did not give any notice for this. I would not be forgiven if there's only one or two here. But again, you can share your micro builds on the community at any point from here on out. Hopefully it will show me them all if I'm not signed in. Knowing YouTube, there'll probably be a few of them that haven't come through. I'll check that after the stream and make sure I process any of those. First up, we have Comics Will with their Endor mini build made with pieces from, I thought I recognized that dish, the 2023 Advent Calendar. So Lego Star Wars, let's bring it up. 2023 Advent Calendar. I should have specified Star Wars. Did come with two builds, wasn't it? The Endor Treehouse and the dish. Did it come with a bunker as well? Let's have a little look, see if Legos still have it up. They do. We've got the dish here. We do have the bunker and then the Endor Treehouse. And the three of these have been combined into one model. That's Ewok Hunt right there. That is Ewok Hunt. All you need is that other station that has those bridges sticking out, and well, that's pretty much what this dish is here. You've got the forest, you've got the odd little bunker, maybe a cave hidden underneath. This is a really good one. And I have seen we've got one more from channel moderator and my fiance, Tinks. Try to go building a mini biome of the Minecraft fox set, the sleeping fox. Does anyone know the number to that? The fox, the fox lodge. This is awesome. Look, so this is what the set is. It's 21178, and then we've got the water with a little fishing hut down the left. We've got the sleeping fox, which is a really cute build. I think if this was an official set, Minecraft would definitely print some eyes on that jumper, maybe even give it a custom piece. And then we've got a berry bush and a torch. I don't know any way to shrink the torches. What I've been doing is just completely skipping over them. You can see there's no torches on this build whatsoever, but I quite like the fact that the torch looks like one of those villager torches. You know what I'm talking about, the two fences with the wall on top and the four torches around. It looks like that. That one's really cool. Yeah, this is my partner's first mock, I guess. Debuted right here on the channel. I think that is just as good as the rest, and I'll be trying to incorporate both of these into our mini builds later on. I didn't notice there were more images. We get a side-on view of it. 360. Look at that. And the diorama black base. I think a black base does make everything look good. We've got the Super Star Destroyer with a little Star Destroyer to scow. I think that's meant to be, and that might have been from the Advent as well. And the diorama, now part of the UCS Death Star. I really do like the 2023 Advent. What else did we get? What else did we get in 2023? The Emperor, Endor Layer, We got, I think Endor Leia was then in a magazine. We've got, Luke was in the annual. The Ewok, oh, the Ewok was good. Yeah, quite Omega in there as well, not half bad. Not as good as this year. And the Fox. The Fox looks so good. I was going to include, I think I even say this on a video, I was going to include a regular minifigure Fox. And I think I'm going to be stealing that as my downsizing of the brand new Fox coming to Minecraft. The bigger one. The upscaled buildable Fox. But first, let's get round to the birthday celebration. So this is the set I was talking about with a cake. You see it's got baby pig, it's got a baby ocelot, a baby fox, a baby zombie, a baby llama, and I'm going to have to assume that's a baby creeper. Even though it is full size, the rest of them are all baby animals, and then a cake. And the good thing about this cake is it can be split into 3 chunks. Do they not show it? No, they've got to show it separated. All right, we'll have to build it and find out what's so special about that cake. But the cake's the best part of the build. I mean, the baby animals are pretty cool. A lot of printed parts, get rid of those. They are not as good. Hello there, Calvin. But I do really like the way that cake is built. I don't know if there are any more news around 2026 Lego sets, because we are impatiently waiting for Star Wars here. We're over halfway through November, and nothing about Star Wars. No problem, thank you. When are we getting the Star Wars stuff? I mean, we already know what the Star Wars stuff is. We've taken a look at the speeder. Really love the speeder. Despite it being another Mando Grogu set, that's quite cool. Even the poly bag. We know the poly bag that most of us won't get until May comes around for the May 4th giveaway purchases. And still don't have an official look at any of the sets. And we've got confirmation that the mech is red, not tan. We'll be taking a look at this again in a few weeks' time. But still like the dark red a lot better than the bright red. Maybe we should have a go at building some sort of gunship modification to it. But I don't like the red. Don't like the red. I would rather have, when it comes to Lego mechs, I'd rather have mechs that incorporate features that link to the character, be it the ships, be it some sort of, like, a Death Star mech would do so well, especially if they find a way to round out that torso, get a few minifigures in it. That's what we need. We need a mech that can combine to form, we could probably do that with mechs. We could probably form a massive mech just out of a ton of little ones, get legs connected. Huh, how many mechs would we need to do that? I'm going to have to try crunching the numbers now. Maybe I'll army build the shock troopers from the mech. Hello there, Chocolate Chunked. Let's get, is it 7 yet? Oh, it's just before 7. We're going to start this one early. Let's get the cake built first, I think. These are all the elements needed for the cake. I think this one's pretty much straight from the Lego set. So if you did want to build this, 21281 is the set. And like I say, I've recolored the interior to make it look a bit nicer than the black elements Lego use, and also switched out the candle on top, which was blue. I went with red because I don't own many of these red pieces, but also I feel like red's going to blend a bit nicer with the top. So for this cake, the aim is to make it look like 3 separate chunks. So each of these are built separately, but we want to leave a space just in the middle here. Is that enough? Is that enough light, or should I? That might be a bit better. We've got to have enough space for a Technic brick, which is going to hold the entire thing together. And I don't want any of the Technic or the axles poking out. What Lego do is they add an axle in the middle, and then they have this whole axle end poking out when it's not combined. Instead, I'm going to use one of these pins with the stud on the end, and that's going to hide away a lot better than an axle because it only sticks out by 1 stud, which when we're working with Lego, I think we can forgive 1 stud. I don't think 1 stud's bad at all. And then tiling off the top's going to be fun because we've got the odd little cherries around. Oh, in the corner. I think this is a symmetrical build. I think if we duplicate this, it will be the same as one side as the other. Same on one side as the other. Although I'm now realizing instead of a bunch of 2x2s, I could have used a 2x6 on the bottom. That would have looked a bit cleaner. There we go. even the studs and the tiles on top, even the tiles on top can be mimicked left and right side. All right, we are missing a 1x1 tile. Did I check these bags? Nope, but there's our tile stuck in the base. Let me get one of those Lego brick separators. Oh, before we get too far into it, I have been enjoying dressing up for recent streams. And though it's not as extravagant, I've tried to channel my inner Steve with a blue top, a bit lighter than blue, and then some light purple shorts that are meant to show some, maybe this is enchanted. Maybe we got the enchanted iron shorts on, the diamond short sleeve, rocking the new Minecraft sets. When are we gonna get customizable armor like shorts, maybe skirts, short sleeves, hoodies? Can we combine a chest piece and a hood to get a hoodie? There's so much in Minecraft now. I wouldn't put it past them. I haven't played Minecraft for ages. I still haven't seen any of the armadillos, and yes, that's what I was doing. Having a little look. Having a little look for the classic brick separator. You know, the minifigure spanner. One of my favorite elements. I usually keep one out with my minifigures, but I have a feeling I've used that for something. Maybe included it in a mock. It's actually one of my favorite elements. It is. Alongside that snot brick, the spanner allows you to put studs inside builds where your hands can't reach, because not only does it fit around a stud, it's got much better clutch power than a regular Lego brick. And then the other end allows you to pop off tiles or to slide them out of bricks like that. Oh, just jumped out. Didn't even want to be shown. So that's chunk 1 and 3 of the cake for the cherries. Flip that one around, and we just need the middle chunk, which is pretty straightforward to build. We don't want the icing drooping down. A nice effect they've got with the icing, considering these are 2x2 bricks and they're not going to, you know, 1x1 studs, which would make the entire build very, very weak. 2 Technic pieces in the middle so you can see right through. And finally, tiling off the top, red jumper for the candle, and that candle is also red. Let's light it up, maybe at a little angle, and these Technic pins here will hold the studs of the left and right side, so the whole cake can be picked up just like so. There we go. There we have our giant Minecraft cake, and if you want to eat a chunk, it looks just like it does in the game. That's 2/3 left. I think a cake can be eaten, I think there's 5 slices to a cake, but when you're working with a 6x6, even 6 slices is a bit too hard to do. So there's our big cake. I should go and grab some of the other buildable Minecraft characters, shouldn't I? That would be a good idea. But to go with this cake, we have an armadillo, which is completely custom. So I haven't built it yet. I'm hoping I've got the right parts in this bag, but even if I don't have the right parts, I think we've got enough parts. I think we can make this work, even if I'm missing a part or 2. But the reason they're bagged up is actually they are probably pretty common parts. We've got a few masonry bricks that I want to squeeze in, because 1x2s are a bit too much expensive. When I'm building this for, I might keep this one built. This might be a build that stays built in the background, much like the mini biomes that we'll get round to later. Now, can I remember how exactly I wanted to put this together? I visioned it in my mind. Should have really parted it out, at least somewhere where I'd have the instructions for it. But armadillos are my favorite animals. I keep saying one of my favorite because I feel like it's going to change. But armadillos have remained my favorite animal for so long. The droidica this year, even though we haven't finished building that. Did I put that away? Do I still have that somewhere here? Just got a bunch of minifigures. I don't see any droidica around. Even though we haven't got around to finishing the droidica yet, I'm really excited to be putting that together. Oh, the interior of the belly, not quite an interior, was built on its side. I remember doing this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Just need... Do I not have any tiles? Do I not have any tiles for the armadillo? How many stripes are we talking about here? Oh, they are quite stripy. Right, maybe these are the tiles that we need. I'm gonna have to double check that. I think if there's 2 studs on the side, there's 5 in the middle, which is just our 2 brown 2x4s, 2 nougat 2x4s, and stacking them in alternate ways, we will see a little break in the skin, but this is the most efficient way to stack them up. Yeah, I think what I've done here with these 1x4s and the 2x2 is mistakenly used plates instead of tiles. So let's switch those out. Hello there. Good thing that I've got a ton of brown plates. The reason I'm building the belly on the side is we can get the feet sticking out, but no studs, no anti-studs underneath the armadillo. I would love for Lego to come out with more, they called them big figs back in the day, because they were a similar scale to the Big Fig Hulk, for instance. I would love for Lego to come out with more of these big figs, because Minecraft are continuously coming out with new mobs and so many new creatures. Oh, hold on. This should be on the side. 2 1x4s on each side. That way the 2 2x2s can cover up the middle. Perfect amount of pieces, by the way. And that gives us our stripes in between. We just need to balance it out with snot bricks on the other side. So let's raise this up. How many snot bricks does one have? Probably enough to build up the belly like so. Perfect. There's the rough size of our armadillo. It's actually looking like a brickhead scale as well. This could pass not only as a big fig, but as a brickhead. It's about 1 block by one block by about 2/3 of a block. And if a cake is 6 studs, our armadillo is going to be the same 6 studs and then slightly thinner. We don't want it all the width of a block. And then the head at the front, we want raised a little bit. How raised are we going to want it? I think that might be too low. I say that might be too low. Actually, the armadillo's head, because it's coming, is it coming up? No, it's going down. It is going down. Is that too low? There's no real way to tell before we actually get it done. And these masonry bricks I'm flipping, so we've got the double brick side. I think that gives us a nice texture for these armadillos. Similar to the belly, but flipped on its side. Because I've gone with quite a few 2x2 bricks other than that. Maybe we can try and repeat the pattern with all of these plates. And then finishing it off. Oh, saying that. No, we're going to need to add like a towel on the back. Oh, let's replace this brick. If we replace the bottom brick with a Technic brick, this one right at the back, then we can fit the little towel in it. And it's the same element that Lego have used on their official armadillo as the towel. There we go, plug it up just like so. And now we can continue building it upwards. Continue with a similar pattern and the same pattern on the front. 1 plate taller, let's swap that around. Same pattern, front and back. I don't know what it is about the armadillo that I like so much. I first saw an armadillo in person, that I know was an armadillo. Who knows when I actually first saw an armadillo. The first armadillo I remember was whilst we were in Spain. They had a few armadillos there. Oh, and yeah, really fun creatures. Oh, what I could do is plate this out to raise the head a little bit. How tall? How tall do we want this head? The head's going to be built on snot bricks, so these are going to be flipped 90 degrees. But I'm using a slope to get that same almost 45-degree angle. They rest their heads down. And then this will be built out. So that's the connection of the head. We do want some ears on top. And some black beady eyes. Can't forget about those. We'll just use the brackets with snot bricks, I think. No, with tiles. 1x1 bracket with a black stud. And then we can finish it off. Yes, I remember this. Finishing it off with a 2x2 jumper and a pink tile, a pink 1x2 tile for the nose. So that's the head of the armadillo. That looks so cool. And we want the nose basically touching the floor. So we probably will want it at that bottom stud, just so we've got some room for the ears. Get the smaller brick separator. Yes, I think that's the lowest we can get the armadillo head to sit. And then that also gives us the space to put the bricks level front and back, so we've got that same pattern continued. Because even though it's kind of broken up with the torso, it still works quite nicely. And then we'll fill this up with a few plates. Seems like we've got a few extra plates here. Seems like we do. So we would be able to, well, we could fill that back. I don't see much a point. We would be able to add some snot bricks though to get those ears. I think for the ears, we could use the quarter tiles. I think that could be fun for the back to try and replicate the pattern of the lines on the side. I'm going to stack a few plates to meet it rather than using those 2x2 bricks, just like so. Try not to disconnect the studs. I guess you can push down quite hard on it, you just can't wiggle it about. And then on the back here, it seems we have 3. I think we've got 3 more studs to go, so I won't be needing any of those bricks, but we want some ears sticking out. Ooh, armadillo, especially from the back. Nailed it with the stripes on the belly. Maybe we can get a few more of these masonry bricks. I should have a ton of them. Should have a ton of masonry bricks. What do we think? Get another 3 masonry bricks. We might have to use some Technic instead of the snot bricks. But I think the Technic bricks, the masonry bricks even, will look a lot better on the back. Oh, just can't add more snot bricks in the back. That one's annoying. Oh, put them around the wrong way. We've got a masonry armadillo. Oh no. There we go. Get some tiles on top of that. Now I want to continue that on the front though. Are we able, if we did have those 2/4 tiles, could we use a snot brick on top? We've got another 2 plates. We could use my favorite element. Should have ordered a lot more snot bricks. I do have a tub bought in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, oh, at least 10 rows of 6. So that's like 60 snot bricks. We're not running out anytime soon. And then, yeah, I think this will work. We'll keep that tile. Get rid of the rest of them. Hide them just out of cam. And the 2 snot bricks can hold quarter tiles. I'm so happy that that worked. Do we have any quarter tiles? No. No, I forgot the quarter tiles. We've got brown, we got tan, cheese slopes then. If we can't do quarter tiles, we'll get some cheese slopes in there. At least we'll be able to colour match. Hopefully we'll be able to colour match. Why have I used those? If you don't have any, I think we all have a ton of these pieces by now. If not, have a little look at ordering a few of them, because they are on Pick-a-Brick. I don't know if they're still on Pick-a-Brick, but they've been on Pick-a-Brick quite recently, so they should be fairly cheap to order. There we go. Just 2 of those in there. You could also use a bracket or these snot bricks, the ones that fold into each other. You could use those on the side. You just have to recess them one more plate. Handy that they fold up like that for storing them. All right, let's have a little look. See if we can find some armadillo colored cheese slopes. The almighty cheese. I should put that on a t-shirt, really. In the meantime, let's look back to what we were talking about at the start of the video. Star Wars sets. We've got to look at some of the boxes, but we still don't have any confirmation on the smart brick sets. Does that look like one? Yeah, that looks like it's the right color. Just hoping I don't grab 2 gold ones here. Still no news on the Star Wars sets, which is shocking. I thought with the Star Trek set coming out, they'd have tried to tie it in, and maybe on the day the Star Trek set comes out, they'll do like a Star Trek v Star Wars and launch the Star Wars sets. I've got to keep my eye out for that. Yes, the cheese. Should rename this stream Digging for Cheese, because that's what we're going to be doing for the next couple of minutes. Digging through the cheese. That's a good idea. That's a good idea, announcing them, because Star Wars sets usually are the last ones to get announced. They're the first ones to leak. I think they're already near enough at the same time. Ooh. If I have one, I've got to at least have a spare. Oh, no, that's tan. So close. We've even seen Botanical and Lunar New Year. Lunar New Year isn't till February. I know the sets will come out January. But they could probably leave that one to announce last. But Star Wars, no Star Wars yet. Don't know what they're doing. Oh, no, this is gingerbread coloured. That one's dark orange. I genuinely think I've used it. I don't know what I would have used that for. Maybe, no, not Grogu, not the Mythosaur. Not the Dalek, is it? No, that's dark tan as well. Oh, what has used that element? Let's have a little look. Let's have a look at what sets that would have come in and why I only have one of them. Right. Cheese slope. Cheese 1x1. And we're looking for a nougat? Look for a nougat colour. 83 colours. Can you believe it? Not dark tan. Not light flesh. It might be medium dark flesh. That might be what Brick Owl call it, which we've got a fleshy armadillo. Don't like the sound of that. Oh, that's all right. We can just pick up the Goonies set. This is because the Goonies set will have one of these for spare pieces, so we'll pick it from the spare parts of that. Expensive set to pick up. And I'll be honest, I don't think... Oh, we did build this. we did build this. Where would I have got these pieces from though? Because I didn't get that, I just built that. I want to know the set that these slopes came in. It's looking like we didn't pick up any of these, honestly. Whoa. I need to pick up some new sets. No, none of these. Hey! Luke's Land Speeder! Luke's Land Speeder saves the day. If it wasn't for Luke's Land Speeder, we wouldn't... Oh, we do have that one as well, but that's still built for Valentine's Bear. If it wasn't for Luke's Land Speeder, I wouldn't have this element. And I actually have my Safari still built on the shelf down here. Here's the Safari, and right at the front, one sec, Armadillo, right at the front of the Safari, we have that 1x1 that we need. So I'm going to pop that off there. Might break that down at some point. And then to finish off the Armadillo, Luke's Land Speeder saves the day. Hello there. Hello there, Vaughn. Welcome to the stream. Hello there. We've got the 2 ears of the Armadillo. There we go. Look at that. Our little upscaled Armadillo to go with a birthday cake. Happy 14th birthday, Minecraft. It's really nice build. It is a really nice build. Check that out. It's quite cubic. I guess it is a Minecraft Armadillo. I would love to have seen this rounded off. But this is an amazing big fig. This strikes me as the secondary character though, because we did get a few of the bigger characters like the pig. The pig came with a baby zombie, for instance. I tell you what, I'm gonna actually see if I can grab the other characters. So give me a second. I'll be right back. We have so let me show these off. These are the official sets. These aren't customs, and the creeper has been changed quite a bit for the new version. But here's the old Big Fig creeper, similar to the one in Baby Pig's Adventures. This creeper does have a little secret in its top, and where it's hiding, it's gunpowder. You can tip out the gunpowder, and there's a red block, which is kind of representing TNT. The new creeper does actually have a TNT block in there. This one just has the red. And we do have 2 bits of gunpowder rather than 1. So let's stock that up. We won't be killing the creeper anytime soon. Creeper can actually fit behind the cake. Let's move it forward. We've then got, with the creeper, if you didn't know Minecraft lore, a little bit of Minecraft lore here. Creepers are scared of cats. If you have a cat near you, you won't have any creepers chasing you, which at least used to be true in Minecraft. So with the creeper, we have an ocelot with a fish in its mouth, which is how you get a cat. You tame an ocelot with a fish, and voila. We then have the other set that my fiance got was the pig, not baby pig. This is daddy pig or mummy pig. How did they build the hat? 1 plate, 1 jumper, and a brick. Let's get 1 plate, 1 jumper, and a brick. We could keep blue, the original colour of the hat, as long as I have a jumper in that colour, and give our fully grown pig the exact same birthday hat. After all, it's definitely the pig's birthday. How long do pigs live? How long? Let's have a look. How long do pigs live? 14 years. Here's to another year. Baby pig is 14. Yeah, we'll forget about that. We'll deal with that later. Way to kill a birthday. You go to a birthday party. Oh, how many years you got left? 1 to 6. Oh no! Baby pig, what have we done? Should we be celebrating this? Should we be celebrating this? I don't think I have the blue in the right color. We've got... Oh, this isn't sand blue, is it? Oh, this might be the blue. We have, I think, the correct blue, sand blue, or this blue. I like this one. A nice dark blue. Matches Steve's jumper as well. So we'll go with that. You just got the Lego MTT. Not the bacon emoji. Like Colin's 100th. Yes, from What We Do in the Shadows. Great show. Oh, poor baby pig. 1 year. The Lego MTT is a great set. You've been saving since it come out. Awesome. Did you get it on any good sales leading up to Black Friday? I think we took a look. Well, we didn't take a look at Smith's Black Friday sales. They're not that great this year. They're basically their regular sales, which are really good. Their regular sales are really good, but their Black Friday sales aren't any better, which I was hoping for. And we also saw Amazon. I think Amazon have started their Black Friday sales as of today. I think it is. Everyone's starting it early. But the MTT, I've seen a few more people pick it up in Black Friday. I still haven't made the purchase. I haven't yet. There's nothing really holding me back as much as I just don't have the time to build the MTT. Smiths have a good sale. Yes, 117. That's what I saw. It's like I say, I said 120 would be a great price to get it in the sale, but yes, Black Friday, I was hoping with it going down to 117, it might push 110. I don't think that's happening. And finally, oh yes, let's give retiring pig. It's no longer baby pig. No, why did I say the pig was 14 years old? Let's give it the little hat. There you go. Getting old, still sporting the blue hat. And last but not least, to go with a pig, we have a baby zombie, which is cool. I really like the baby zombie. Let's bring them forward a little. Baby zombie, grown-up pig. Oh no. I'm not going to forget that. And now we have an axolotl into the mix. Happy birthday, Minecraft. 14 years. Here's to another 14. Just please don't update it too much. Please don't update it too much before we get back on the game. We'll have to play Minecraft at some point. The pig is named Kevin. It is now. Is that the official name of the set? I know Minecraft do a lot of community posts, and the orange sheep is named Michael, I think. That'd be cool. You know, I've reviewed them, just uploaded your project to the community. Oh, it does not matter if I've already looked over it or not. I'd be more than happy to see your build in the community. We still have the community up, don't we? Let's have a look, see if it's come through. Like I say, I'm not signed in. So if any of your posts do get held for random reasons, I do apologize. Oh, a Tatooine service station. That's quite a nice build. Oh, the brackets on the side. I was trying to figure out what piece you've got here and how you've managed to connect it there. That looks quite cool. I like the red roof on that. And is that a 1x2 plate? That isn't from the Space CMF, is it? That isn't from the Space CMF. What? There's a similar one. I think it's in red though. That's a nice part. Nice. Nice build. If anyone has any other builds they want to share to the community, I probably won't be reacting to them as quickly as that, but we will be taking a look at the end of the stream. A few extra parts from the armadillo. Like I say, the armadillo will stay built, and I do not have permission to break down the creeper and the rest of the builds. I'll probably send the armadillo to go with them on the Minecraft display in the other room. But the focus of today's stream is finishing up what I started a while ago, actually. You might have been following along with the full series of micro builds, which is building every single 2026 set in Lego. And so far, we've pretty much built them all. We started off with the Taiga, which is the one that I'm looking to pick up in January. It's only like £9. Oh, it is. It is. I knew it. I knew it. That was one of the best minifigures. It was one of the best minifigures. I did like the UFO was pretty cool. Actually, the whole series of Space CMF was really good. I should build a mini scale wither. Well, all right, we'll get there. We'll get there because that was the last one that I built. That video went out about a week ago. So have a little scroll for that. We have got, I think I did the chicken farm with the Taiga. I can't remember now. I can't remember what order I did these in. The Taiga is the £9 set. The chicken farm is the, well, it can't be much more than that. We got the Creakin, which we did build a minifigure scale Creakin that uses no printed parts, just in case you didn't want to pick up that set and still wanted to add a Creakin to your display. Never did that with the Wither. Need to go back and do that. The zombie dungeon is my personal favorite, with the 3 levels: the desert up top, the little mine, and then the big mine at the bottom. And that's something we'll be incorporating into the mini biomes. We've then got the end portal and nether portal set. I said that the wrong way around. The nether portal and end portal set, which came with a nether portal, and I do want to switch that out for the one we saw in the advent calendar. Let's just shuffle these in. There's so many builds, and then finally a few side builds. These are all the side builds for the set. That's a chest from the Taiga. That goes with that. Same with the Creeper and with Steve. We've then got, this is a piglin? No, it's not a piglin. It's the other one. It's the other one on the nether and a little bit at the end to go with this. Another little nether chunk here. Don't know where that one come from. Oh, and I forgot about the bunny as well. We got a bunny with a Taiga. There we go. Oh, that's because this is a fox. These all come in the little set, these little builds. And then finally, I've left it long enough, we also have the Wither. There's the Wither set, which does include a micro build Wither just in the middle here, which uses a jumper to create that T-pose. And that's ready to, I guess, destroy pretty much all of the nether. Quick tip for anyone that wants to play Minecraft, quick tip. If you want to destroy the Wither, do it in the nether. Then it doesn't destroy anything. I always thought it was safer to do in the cave until I did it. And I remembered why I stopped doing it in the cave. It creates so much mess. You're trapped as well as the Wither. Not a good sight. But we saw at the start of the stream that there were a few community builds, one of which was my fiance's Minecraft fox, the Fox Lodge that she built in micro scale. And we will be adding that onto the display as well. But what display? What display will we be adding it to? Well, Minecraft in January are coming out with, it's literally called Mini Biomes. It's a display piece with 6 biomes on it that I was hoping would be one of the first sets to pop up because of how much I've been clicking on it. But it's not. Here it is. Mini Biomes ships January 1st. £55 though is a lot for, I mean, it's fairly big. We'll get to see just how big it is, and it includes a background very similar to our recent Destruction of Alderaan art set that we built for Star Wars. And each of these use 6x6 chunks, which isn't too dissimilar to what we've got built in front of us. We've got kind of 6x6 chunks. Some of these are 5x4. I think this one's a 5x5 because of the spinning mechanism. The Wither is a 6x6 already. 6x6. That one's perfect. And what I want to do with the mini biomes that we've already built is base them all on a 6x6. So those indoor trees we will be taking and adding them behind the Fox Lodge, I think, creating a little mountainous terrain and building the rest of the base for this. Because it's coming out in January, we've got no instructions, but you know, instructions don't stop us here. We built the Juggernaut early without instructions, and to date, it's one of the best streams that we've done. It was also one of the longest, like 9 hours it took us to build that. Haven't done as long a stream since, but this is pretty simple to build the base, at least for me. I can picture Lego bricks, and this is fairly simple to design, considering the whole thing just rests on an 8 wide base, 10 wide. We've got 6 studs there, then we've got brackets holding on the front, and then we've got another 2 studs out back. So that's 8 with brackets at the front. So first thing I think we should do is get that 8 wide base sorted. Probably just snot bricks on the back, maybe even just either end. So we're going to be tiling off most of this space, having some studs for the front. And I want to show you an efficient way we can do that without wasting too many Lego bricks. So first off, let's clear all of these mini builds aside. Can't wait to add the Taiga biome onto a 6x6 and just have a plain snowy base. That's something that we can do. We can start pairing them up. So this could end, this could be some sort of cliff going down, and then on the right hand side I would like to place the nether portal that we'll get around to modifying, and that can be our nether section. But then on the left we've got the chicken farm, will probably take up its own base plate. We've got the creaking, which will probably blend into the Fox Lodge. So we've already got 1 section, 2 sections, 3 sections, 4 sections, 5 sections, with the Taiga somewhere in between it all. I don't know where this is going to fit in, but it's not big enough to have its own biome, which means we need 1 more biome. And where else could we get 1 more biome from other than the Lego Minecraft Advent Calendar? Because as we've seen by now, we've got a few mini builds. Turns out the Christmas tree isn't from the Advent Calendar. That is just a side build. But we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 side builds. This might work out perfectly because this nether portal isn't going to be in the village. But we do have that little Taiga biome that has a snowy base that we're looking for somewhere to place it. And it would work perfectly with the Advent. We'll get another player and a zombie in here as well as the village, which seems to be fairly easy to create. In fact, the instructions for this are out, but I don't know if Lego include building instructions for their Advent. Oh, would you look at that? They spoilers for the Minecraft Advent, by the way. Should have said that ages ago. Even got a micro build golem. I think there's even a micro warden. Yes. So we need to add the warden somewhere below our level because we've got an end portal to add. So that's going to be a mine that can blend into the end portal. And then we've got 1, 2, 3 underground areas. So we can add some ores in here. Maybe we separate each of these. So that can be an ore, that can be an ore. And then we've got the warden hiding out in the corner. We're going to work all this out as we go through, and the backs of these will have to support the tops of the next levels, also hide some of that background. But now that we've got what we're going to be building, let's slide this all across. Keep some of them there. They don't, oh, they pretty much are all hidden, and get work on the, what did I say? 8 stud base? 8 stud base of the mini biomes that I've misplaced. Where did the mini biomes go? Also, because we've got instructions for the Advent, it means we have instructions for the nether portal. Just so, I mean, just in case I manage to mess something up with that. It's a nice 1x2 build as well. And it's got a stud on top if you did want to connect it to something else. Anyway, enough with the nether portal. Let's have a look. Mini biomes. Was it on the final? I've gone past it. Oh, they've moved it to page 1, haven't they? Now that I've clicked on it. Oh, they have as well. It's because I'm not signed in. Okay, that makes sense. 6 sixes is 36, so we're making an 8 by 36 base. We need a lot of 6 by 8s. Potentially in black. Black kind of works for bedrock, but I feel like even if we're making the warden, we're not at bedrock level. So if we're not at bedrock level, maybe we can start off with some grey. We'll add another layer underneath it to support it. We've got 6. They are all 6 by 6. They seem to be all 6 by 6, which would work up with the other chunks that we've got. And is it 6 or is it 5? It might be 5. In which case, we've got the nether, which could work. The nether could work as its own biome. There's one. How are we going to work the nether into the rest of the display? The nether will have to have its own background, and we need jumpers to connect this onto the base. So we'll tile most of that off. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nether portal will be on the edge there. Chicken farm, slightly not next door. Maybe the creek in between. And then that still gives us, oh look, the 3 of those fit perfectly back to back. Get some bigger trees in the background there. The end portal will have to be underneath in the middle. And then we've got a room for our advent section. Lovely jubbly. Nether portal probably somewhere about there. Maybe we can even put this on a jumper, because the nether portal would fit connecting both of those. Very nice. Even get a bit of the nether on the other side. So now we need to get a bunch of tiles and tile down basically the entire base. You got the Star Wars Advent Calendar, £20. £20 it is right now. What do you mean it's £20? That's crazy. I say that a lot. It is crazy though. It is. £20 for an Advent Calendar. And Harry Potter, considering they're worth nearly 30 without the figures, that's a good deal whether you like Star Wars, Harry Potter or not. I can't believe it. I'm so tempted to pick up more Advents, but do I need it? Do I need it when I could save it for sets next year? Which is what I should be doing. No. Can I resist? One at the front and ooh, one at the back. Is that the back? Is that the back, and do we want that to be the back? All right, I think that is the back. It works. The rest of that can be tiled down. Oh yeah, we need some single studs too. I think that's the one. We've got 2 Star Wars Advent Calendars and a Harry Potter one. And I think the Star Wars Advent Calendar, especially the fact it's got one named 3PO in, and that's it, and there's so many 3POs you can make with a 3PO build, it's a really good Advent Calendar to get multiples of and try to build something bigger in a day. There's so many good pieces this year as well. I love to analyze the pieces, and it's one of the best years for Star Wars in terms of elements. 1, 2. Oh wait, that's 2. 2 1x2s. Abort. Doing an Advent Calendar on your channel where you send a post of a custom fig every day until Christmas. Oh, 24 customs. We are doing Mock Ember as well, which is a mock every a little bit more than. I do have the time to do that, I guess. A mock build every day, so be sure to come back. And wouldn't it be funny if one of your mock figures, one of your custom figures, lines up with a mock build we do on the channel? Why are we jumpering this? Why did I decide to put this on a jumper? Oh, and put the jumpers the wrong way around. I think I'm going to need to secure this. The one thing I don't know if I will need to do is add the brackets on the front for the border. We tend to get rid of the borders when we're building in Lego because at the end of the day, I think we all know that borders are just there to juice up the part count. I don't feel like they add too much to a set. Maybe we can get that one in there. Oh yeah, that lines up. Do we want it to line up? No, no we don't. We want a thicker jumper, bring it forward. Create its own pattern. And this one's on the base, isn't it? A little zombie dungeon going into a nether portal is crazy. I don't know if that's lucky or not. I think I will add some jumpers though. Maybe we can get a little border at the front. I like that because it creates a rough little rocky terrain, and then we want to build up the side. Creaking can be out the back, not too far back. And how's that tree looking? That tree is going to be a problem. Get some flowers out the front as well. That creaking next to that torch tower is so menacing. And a lot of this is going to be built up. So let's get some of the groundwork down. Now that we know where things are going to stand, I think the best thing to go for would be 2x2s. Or would it be these brick elements? These 2x2s, that. Or just 1x1s. We get the cold diamond as we go further down. Box for the MTT's weird, as in it slides up. Is it? I've got a few boxes back here. Let's see. This is the UCS Slave 1. Bit of a different box size. But with the UCS and some of the bigger sets, it's got like a lid to it that then slides up out of the box, and they work really good as trays. I keep these boxes around because if I'm ever sorting a lot of Lego not at the desk, these are perfect for it. And speaking of trays, when we built the 8080, I said that after the stream I'd be moving my tires to the 8080 box, and I've done exactly that. And look how much space there is in Lego boxes. Are some of the best trays you can get if you open them this way as opposed to pulling down the tab, because you can access so much in the top, but they're still so sturdy. If you were to just, I mean, don't get me wrong, this box is empty, this roof is caving in, it's only cardboard, but they're thick enough cardboard that they can stack on top of each other, won't ruin any of the pieces. You add a label on here, tires, or add anything, and even with those boxes and lids, they work so well together that they are, yeah, snap. They work so well together. These two are on the base now. Like I say, I'm not going to tile off the entire bottom because I don't want to use too many Lego tiles. Let me bring it back up. All we need is like a tile up the front. There we are for that, and then for this, maybe a 1x4. Might leave that corner as a little hole. So a 1x4 up the side, and then start tiling off the front. Hopefully these tiles will not only connect everything together, but hold it in place. And then if we are going to get, I don't know too much about the deep dark. I'm still yet to see it. I tried digging for it at some point, but I know it's not, well, it is everywhere, but the warden doesn't pop up everywhere around the map. So I'm still yet to come face to face with the warden. But we'll add the warden in the corner there. Hollow out a little section of the cave. And start building this up. The nether sky, I don't know what the nether sky looks like. It doesn't look like the overworld though, so we'll break that up for the last 6. And getting that to flip over will be, I think we just keep it separate from the main one. Thanks for hanging, may the bricks be with you. Can't believe we've been going for an hour already. Time really does fly. And then these are all going to be built up. I think we go the max height. Lego have gone 1, 2, 3 bricks. 3 bricks? That doesn't sound like a lot. 1, 2, and a chunk. 3 bricks tall. I mean, it's not a lot, but that cave, that actually does meet the top of the chicken. Oh, hold on. And the tree. The fox is going to go down a bit, but then we've got the village. We do want to see the sunset. And if that's in the middle... No, if that's in the middle, surely they'd need more. No, sunset, sunrise, so the sun will be on both sides. Okay. That gives us a nice area. Our nether portal, kind of want to get some fire in there as well. Do we bring the stone all the way forward? Or do we leave that line in the middle? Because I'm thinking we should bring the stone forward. Maybe hook it over the tiles. And then we'll switch up the plates a little bit. So we're not going to need probably any of these bricks. Maybe one. One on each side and some at the back to support it. 1x4s we will need quite a bit of. 1x4s. Studs. We'll block that off there. And then 6 studs should give the warden enough space. That's the only thing I'm worried about, if the warden has enough space. By 2, and then 4, 2, 4. Yeah, that creates a nice little divot in there. 4. Jumper will work as a plate there. We start stacking. I don't want to start particularly with bricks, because if we've already used 1 plate and we want 1 plate as the jumpers to hold on the top surfaces, that leaves us, and we could drop it a plate so it matches with that cave grey, such as the creaking. Oh, that lines up better. And then we can have the fox in the middle of the chicken, which would just look hilarious. I think that would be quite funny. Switch them to 4x4s and then have 2 plates in the back for trees. We'll have to do a bit of work on the chicken. That shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, that would look nice. The hardest thing to do would be to balance them over this. So let's get that on a jumper so that it's halfway back. Where do we want it? It can't really be odd. That's going to be a problem. It can't really be odd. Still only need the 2 jumpers to keep it in place. And then some tiles around the edge. Maybe some lava. Maybe some lava. Or maybe we'll incorporate that on the side. Do we have any 2x6s? Yeah. Oh, yes. 2. 1, 2, Lovely, perfect. Could not have asked for anything better then. Not at that instance. Now, what did I say about the one at the side? That's definitely going to be a brick. Maybe I will add a brick to the bottom. Doesn't have to be a brick all the way around. So here we'll switch it up for an ore. Do I still have a tub of actual ores? I don't know. I don't know if I've hidden that in my Minecraft section. Wait, translucent studs as well. Let's get some diamond. I tell you what, there is a lot of on Minecraft, and I don't have to play the game to notice. Redstone. There, I can guarantee there is still so much redstone that you don't know what to do with. Even if you're building some massive redstone contraption, you do not need that much redstone. Why? Why so much? Why so much redstone? And we'll never get an answer for that. We'll never know. To build these ores, I'm using some corner plates and putting a colourful stud in the corner and then covering it and changing sides. And it gives us a nice redstone, rather than a redstone ore as you'd see in a Minecraft set, this is like a redstone vein coming through here. That'll be a few blocks. Each stud is meant to represent, what, a 2x2 block area? So that's 8, 16 redstone. That's more like it in one vein. And then we want some diamond hidden somewhere. I think it may be right here, because that would have been a mine shaft. Diamond's got to be more rare near a, or more common, sorry, near a mine shaft. All the silverfish blocks knocking around, just like so. And then we need 1x2. Let's grab a few. Could get a nice emerald vein in the back here with the deep slate. Deep slate happens to be on a lower level. I feel like emerald's actually only found in mountains. Maybe we'll move, if we can swap this jumper for a corner tile that isn't in light bluish grey but dark. No, we looked for one of these recently and I don't think we has it. So we'll just add a little stud in there. And I don't know much about the deep dark. So that will surely be enough space for our monster. And then 1, 2, 3, one more plate. Is that the plate? Is that the plate that will hold up? Oh, do we not have any plates supporting that? Yeah, there we go. No, one more plate and then we've got it. So we can add some more surface level ores. Maybe we've got an odd little bit of diamond somewhere back here. And a bit more, I'm thinking a bit more coal. A bit more coal up by the surface. There's a lot of that by a cave. You know what, we'll add a bit of coal here. And a bit of coal over here as well. So as to not overdo it, expect to get a decent amount spread throughout. And then we'll tile off the top all but a few studs and work in our winter scene in the top corner here. That's going to be tricky. We'll get some studs at the back as well, just to hold up. But this one's going to be... This one could be plated down. but then we'd need to plate down the fox, and the fox isn't going to stand above Steve. All right, Steve can't stand anymore. Oh, we got the Enderman as well. Oh, what we could do is replace this. Replace that with some studs. Yes, get both of those standing up. If we replace the tile with a 1x4 with 2 studs, then we can get the Enderman in the corner and Steve just in front. I say Steve. Black hair, I don't know if that is Steve. That's the element. 1x4, Enderman in the corner, and the character ready to run up the stairs. Perfect. Now we'll be able to fit all of these along the top. Might stretch a 1x8 or a 2x8. Might stretch a 2x8 across the back here. Nope. One stud in, one stud not. Kind of using the end portal. I don't know if I should shrink that down. I don't know if I should shrink down the end portal because it still is there, or if I should just increase these by a brick. Let's see what that looks like, because the desert is still quite a bit higher. And what we could do is case in this mine a little bit. Well, that might be a bit too much. Just something like that. Oh, but that's above the Enderman. Maybe by blocking that back, we've cased it in enough. Get one up there. Oh, that does make it hard for the fox to hang. But the chicken is not too bad. The chicken, there'll be 2 studs on. But we don't want to rest the fox on the chicken. Let's see if we've got any sort of arch that can bridge. What's that, a 6 gap? That'll be a hard one to bridge, or we remove the left-hand side. And if that's a 6 gap, we'd need a 2x10. 2x10 in light bluish grey. And with a 2x10 in light bluish grey, we could make little columns. Oh, look. Little columns either side. And that would still frame up the end portal. If this jumped out and this is a 2x10, how lucky would that be? I'm telling you, stream luck is something different. You cannot make this up. I could not script for that to happen. And it's only gone and bloody done it. 2x10. What? How do these things happen? I need to stream more. What on earth? I said about tiling it and using jumpers, but I'm not. This isn't going to be made to be removed. You could add a jumper there, but I'm tempted to go back on it. We can even free out like the chicken jockey if we have some 1x3s in green. Awkward piece to ask for. Very awkward piece. I don't think we do. This is where the minifig size brick separator comes in handy, because I'm not getting my hand in between these parts. Squeeze that in, place it down. Okay, we did end up popping off a stud, but it did work. It might have taken off one of the bits of water. Plop that back down, but it did work. And the front one I can get my hand to. Chicken jockey on the front. What other mobs have we got to add? Here we go. We've got the nether portal we don't need because we only need one of those in this set. The end. Little chunk of the end I think I'm going to move. I don't think we're going to create a little end anytime soon. Add a little chest. Let's hide the chest away. Add that at the back by the plants. The creeper can be hanging out around the chest. Yes, let's add Steve in front of the fox. That creeper's not going to be great. And then I feel like we've got a fox on the chicken wing. There's a fox sleeping there. I want to add a fox somewhere else around the right hand side, but I might save the fox and the rabbit for the little snow scene here. For the snow scene, we are going to be building from the advent, so I'm going to, rather than build them on 3x3s, take another look at the advent. We're building day 5, day 11, day 18, and day 16. That's the one I missed. Day 16, 18, 11, and 5. And then we're also going to be adding the, I guess we could add the iron golem, add that to the village. That makes perfect sense. And also the warden down at the bottom left here in the deep dark. Let's make sure you can see that. So I'm going to be adding them all to a 6x6 rather than 3 separate 3x3s. And one of them is blue. So we'll add a few blue tiles on top. But now we need to see if we have a 6x6 in white. Yes, we do. There's our base for the advent. Let me slide this out of here for now. There's our base for the advent. Let's pop the tree off. We've already got a little bit of ice, so it kind of makes sense that this is where the water's going to go around. Actually, this looks like the taiga biome. What? I tell you what, we had a jumper in there. This is pretty much it. I can't remember what the grey 1x1 was meant to represent. I cannot remember. There, with one jumper. In the corner, we've already done day 5. Slightly different because that's how we built the taiga. They've just gone and added 2 studs on the side. Actually, this is basically what we did for the taiga. Hold on. Hold on here. Did Minecraft travel back in time and nick our idea, or was I just influenced and didn't notice? Maybe that one. A 1x3 brick for the village. It's what the village needs. 1x3 brick. And this is in front of whatever that is grey, which looks like a furnace. It does look like a furnace. And then 3 jumpers. Oh, we also have a little pumpkin out the back. Nice little pumpkin build. Just 1 stud and a tile on top. Don't get much easier than that. And that's round. That's actually round the back. I kind of want it visible. I don't want to be adding anything to this display that won't be seen. But like every little detail, when it comes to building mini biomes, every little detail needs to pop up. Ooh. Oh, hold on. I'm looking for the wrong element. There's a million of them in here. Yeah. Might be a bit of that mud soul. Mud soul, where you take a shovel to dirt and make a little path for a village specifically. I don't know many other places that have them. And then jumpers, more jumpers. And this is for the roof. 3 brown jumpers and a white tile. 3 brown jumpers, a brown plate and a white tile. So we've got the stairs on the roof, which is a nice use of stairs. Again, it's what we've used in, I feel like there are some unwritten rules. Okay, you're not going to go on top. I feel like there are some unwritten rules when it comes to micro-scaling Lego sets, because there's some things that Lego do that I find myself doing without reason. There's no reason why jumpers are stairs, but they just are, because they don't scale up. They're technically 1 block, but they work best as stairs. Yeah, no 1x2s, but we have 1x3s. Of course we do. And finishing it off with a 1x3 tile in white. This village is coming together very quickly. I think if I was shown this, I would know it's half a village. The other building's not as easy to do, but it looks a lot better. And it uses one of those 2x2s with the extra panel piece. Let's bring it up while I find the pieces. Day number 18. Take a look at that. Bit of a snazzy build. What are we looking for? One of these. Even got a little flower snuck in there. Let's just grab the drawers. We could be hunting for flowers, and I do want to add a few flowers to the build if we've got the space for it. But we could be hunting for those forever. Forever and a day. We've got... That's the base of the house. Oh yeah, 2 windows and a bracket. That's how they get the roof. Oh, this is my fave. 24 with the Santa Villager. That's my favorite day. The chair with the signpost arm posts, that's second. The sapling trees, third. There's a lot of good builds. This is one of my favorite. We don't need to say where it comes. It's on the list. That's what's important. It's made it onto the list. A little flower. Where are we at so far? Just the flower and the base. We've got a lot more to grab. I always forget there's more in this drawer. We've got the front of the house. Maybe a little printed piece with a door. There's so many printed elements in here. Even the lectern has a printed book, which is perfect for an enchantment table that also comes in the advent earlier on. The amount that they've given us, not just in this advent, in the Harry Potter advent as well. Translucent plates, thank you. Need our windows for our sunlight. These, 1, 2, bracket. Oh yes, we need that icy block as well. What do we use as ice? Just a translucent. I'll grab another one of those. Maybe that's the skeleton. I can't remember what they're called, the enchanted skeletons that come in the set. Maybe that's what's represented. After all, in day 17 we get that skeleton, and in day 18 we then get the little block of it. But I feel like if it was a character, it'd be like the zombie, also included, that would just be to the side. Maybe, maybe not. We will never know. We'll never get our answer from Lego. But what we will get is the bracket needed, because we can't build it without it. In brown. Yes, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. I assume there's a 6th. The amount of parts I've just ordered because I have an odd amount of that element and I want to have an even. It's not a lot, but it's more than it should be. Definitely more. We've got most of the parts. What am I? Let's count it out. We have, oh, the dirt, the actual dirt that goes underneath. That would help. And maybe a 1x3 in white. Let's get some of these drawers away. When I was going through the advents, I didn't go through Minecraft, which I feel like the Minecraft advent. Let's have a look. I feel like the Minecraft advent doesn't have that many minifigures, but even then the minifigures aren't priced too highly because they're given out in so many sets, and maybe the exclusive ones. Not all of these have value, so the ones that do have value are £24.23, but then you get rid of £6.50, £7, £8, £9.71. You get rid of £9.71. Oh, to be fair, is that not it? They're the only 2 we have values of. The rest need to be broken down. We tried it with Harry Potter. That was a lot of maths, but I feel like there's more value in here because of some of the exclusive printed pieces. Let's have a look at the lectern. It uses the same 1x2 as the enchantment table, which is 40p already, but it's only 132. I think it's the same as Harry Potter, where there's not many minifigures. There's probably a lot of built out parts, but still Star Wars had like 14 minifigures we didn't count out of the 17. Huh. It surprises me that the Minecraft one isn't valued much higher. I mean, it's still around retail, it's being sold, but you'd be surprised how quickly some of these values just shoot right up. Rocket right out of here. White corner plate. We should have it all now. I can grab it if not. So I think this house, what's the other build? We've got the two houses. We're not doing the nether portal, so we can do another tree out the front. I feel like we've already got the tree out the back. Maybe we'll just make that space for the golem. If we bring our display forward, would a house, the tree needs to be moved over. Still can't remember what that grey piece is. We could include the ice, match that up. Where there's one ice block, chances are there'll be another where the farm's frozen over. And that's how we'll size up the house. So if that's the ice block, and we'll have the path with the little farm, or the little flower. Maybe this is a bit of food that's being grown. Who knows? And then instead of using a jumper, I'm going to use a 2x2 in tan and get a few more studs holding down the house. We don't want the house to be wonky. We want it to be nice and straight. And even nice and straight, we want the windows to be showing. So we'll leave it on the side. One window on the back. And one window on the front. And I really like this technique where Lego have used a bracket on the bottom to get studs back on top. It also makes it one brick tall. Fun little fact. So it's the same height as the other house with the wooden stilts that you would see in Minecraft. Maybe even a jumper at the front would be a nice touch. And then we've got the 3x3 studs here. I'm going to copy the pattern for the nether portal, including the jumper. Maybe missing out the lava. No, I'm not going to copy the pattern. We're going to include a jumper for the iron golem. And then a few more tan plates. Maybe we can get some rock work to blend it in with the corner, but I quite like the tan path we'll include along the front and add another farm. Let's add another farm. So a translucent 1x2 and a tan 1x3. Do those exist? Do those exist? No, surely not. I don't think they exist. Oh, a tan 1x3. Look at that. That's a tan 1x3. They do exist. Now all we need is the translucent part. And we can start adding this to our display. Nice light blue, not dark. Or is that why I've gone for two 1x1s? Definitely why I've gone for two 1x1s. I don't have many 1x2s. And I know exactly why. I know exactly why I don't have too many 1x2s. It's because pretty much all of them have been used in the hot tub trooper set. I've pretty much used them all to make this hot tub on the bottom of it, and it's still built. Ignore the yellow patches, they are definitely lights and not P-spots. With our 3 different eras of troopers, not including Lego's new one. This is exclusive for the video games, exclusively for the video games. But I don't have the heart to break this down. Never gonna do it. Do it. And then the golem will have to be at an angle. Let's just double check it still fits. Yes, it does. Still fits even with the giant chicken there. We've just got to do the iron golem and the other guy. The warden. Just insulted so many Minecraft players now. We've got to do the Iron Golem and the Warden, and then get work on the background. So, the Warden's going to be a tricky one. That's a lot of... They're filling them out quite a bit. They're filling out these characters quite a bit. You can see the Warden for day number 13 is snot bricks. I think that's a tile on the back of the Warden, but I like that for the legs. The brick with a gap in. That's used on both of them. I feel like if the Golem is only bricks, no tiles, the Warden's not much thicker than a Golem. Is it? Or is it because it doesn't have as long legs, whereas the Iron Golem does? Either way, I don't think that's going to matter. I think if we can find some bricks that share that pattern, these are the tall ones. If we can find some bricks that share that pattern, even if it's the wooden effect ones, like this, even if it's this effect, that would look nice. Don't know if they come in black and tan. But, ooh, don't know what happened there. If not, we can always use the old 1x1 round brick as the legs. It never disappoints. And it means for the Warden, we'll be able to use black studs instead and get some plates underneath. Save having to tile off the front and make it just that bit chunkier. So there's the legs for the Iron Golem. I think if we have it angled looking out right above the Warden, that would create a nice cool effect on that corner. And so many colours, all held together by a jumper. What's an Iron Golem look like? Oh, it doesn't have that much green. Oh no, this is easier than I'm making it out to be. Is it a lime green as well? Because a lime green is in a drawer. I didn't think I had enough lime green elements to give it its own drawer. Turns out I must have more than I think. One by ones. Yeah. Same deal with the brackets. A 1x1 in lime must not exist because Lego have gone with a darker green. But could they not get like a snot brick in there, or do we have green snot bricks? We have tan. We might not have green. Let me get the drawers we need. We don't need green. I keep putting these drawers back wrong as well. White belongs with white and green belongs with green, not the other way around. We need some tiles, plates. Brackets is going to be the main one. None of these, no. It'd be handy if I had a conveyor belt that I could put all these drawers on and they just put themselves back. It would be handy if I have a copper golem. That's what I need. I need a copper golem. I can just dump these into a bag and it would just start sorting them back out. I think that would be I think a copper golem in real life would not pass by like slavery laws and that. You'd have to pay them. And then you might as well hire someone that can actually reach the top drawers, considering a copper golem's going to be like this tall and only good for those bottom drawers. Do we need black? Maybe for the Warden? Nah. Nah, he says nah. What is it we did need though? We need brackets. They ought to be here, but they aren't. They are here, aren't they? Did I use them? Oh, I've already got I've already got the brackets. We need the brackets, the jumpers. Oh, tiles, that was it. Some of these, some of those, some of these. Yeah. And this should be everything. This should be, at least for the Iron Golem, this should be everything that we need. What brackets have we got? We need one white for the right shoulder and one bright green. And when I say bright green, oh, that one's too tall, but that's the color green. That's the color green we're looking for. Might go with a white. We could always, they do have a green tile on the arm. We could always replace that with a green if we need some more. Oh wait, I haven't got the green tile. But only a 1x1. Maybe we can extend that to 1x2. And they've chosen the same green. Different to the brick. Maybe the brick's used elsewhere. There we go. I really like this advent calendar, but there is one thing that bugs me about it, and it is the colour of Alex's torso. They've gone with a creeper green. And I don't know why they've switched up the green. Alex's torso is green anyway. But they've switched up the green to a creeper green to get the creeper on the front. I feel like they could have just settled with a regular green and there's the other arm. Or at least met in the middle. Or done both. Or given Alex a creeper jumper, and maybe Steve would have looked better with a creeper green. That'd have been a bit different. Oh, flip the colours. That would have been cool too. Wouldn't have worked with Alex's hair. They wouldn't be torsos that could be flipped. Unless they over-engineer it and come out with like this neck bracket that has the hair element for Alex, which would make any torso applicable, which that would be nice. Where are all these 1x2s? A lot of 1x1s, but not a lot of 1x2s. They're on the oh, they are on the desk somewhere. Or some of them are in Luke's land speeder yet again. All right, let's not pull off Luke's land speeder. I guess it doesn't hurt to use 1x1s. That's the left arm. Look at that guy, massive, absolute unit. And that's the right arm. The 1x1s look like they're building up some sort of muscles. And then for the head, we want a white jump. I didn't put the jumpers away. Hold on. But you ate the plates. I did put the jumpers away, not properly. We need it for the warden. Keep that one out. There we are. That is the element we're looking for. And then 2 tan plates with a white 1x1 on top. 2 tan plates, check. White 1x1 on top. Check. And that's the head of the Iron Golem. This thing's massive. This thing is massive. Look at that. I do like the rounded off legs. I think they do separate a bit better than the bricks. Come to think of it, this is what we could have used for Grogu. I don't know if that would have worked as well, because they'd then separate it from the rest of the legs. And look at that monster. Look at that. That's crazy. Let's get the warden built. And in the background. First, we need to clean up. I'm going to in the habit of putting these drawers away as I use them. Otherwise it gets to the end of the stream and there are so many elements spread out who knows where. it's so much easier to do as we're stopping using them. Although I'm sure half of these tubs I'm putting away are going to be needed for the warden. Like I said with the jumpers, let's see what we need for... I don't know why I keep bending down. I could just raise the desk. Nothing's in the way, no. No figures are getting hurt. No wires are being pulled. Something you've always got to check for with a standing desk. I don't stand enough. I mean, I stand too much at this desk. But, you know, I don't stand enough. Considering I have a standing desk, that's a bit too tall. There we go. Little builds are your kryptonite. Can't unbuild it now. Nope, it's locked in. Your build is locked in with the other. I quite like the little builds of the Advent, but I will say Minecraft brings a whole new definition to little builds. These aren't little builds. These are micro builds. They call them mini builds, but they're micro builds. They're even smaller. Oh, we forgot to put the fox in the... We forgot to put the fox in the Lego City. Where can we add... Where would a fox be patrolling? Would a fox be sat on the chest? Definitely sat on the chest, 100%. And then our rabbit, I'm going to hide back here with the tree, which is literally camouflaged in with the snow. Literally hiding out with the snow. You will not know it's there. Same as a rabbit in-game. So far, this is looking really nice. And then the warden is 2 black studs. So much easier when I don't have to sit down. 1, 2 for the feet of the warden. We've got now 5 dark blue 1x2s. I'm going to use a brick in between these. But I think we're going to have to settle with 1x1s. My 1x2s seem to be used right now. Almost disappeared. Wait, do I not have any... What on earth have I built? Dark... Oh, I tell you what, did I use some dark blue for the speeder? The droid build, didn't I? Is that why Lego have used snot bricks? Because they've used their dark blue as well. I do have dark blue in here. I just don't have dark blue readily accessible in here, apparently. It must be. It must be in the back one. Make sure we don't lose these. These feet are very important. Ah, there we go. We reverse. Nope. If only we could hit reverse on that and all the bricks go back. Can you imagine how much would get built? It's like half the fun. There's another one. We don't need... We could build 2 wardens. Are there only 1 warden on every Minecraft map? Or are there wardens at every little, like, camp? Does the warden teleport? Does it spawn? I have so many questions. The real wardens are the friends you make along the way that then block you off to your demise, which is definitely a Minecraft thing. Happens in other games, but not as much as Minecraft. There's the body of our warden. We have some dark blue brackets. The dark blue brackets are going down, not up. We have a few going up. The reason I want to use the down ones is if this will help us balance the warden more with the arms out, I'm all in for that. This warden is barely going to fit. We might have to remove a bracket or 2 because the warden's head is a snot brick. It's a double snot brick with the social distancing studs. Great way of putting that. And on either side for the warden's ears, What colour? What colour is this? Number 13. What colour is that? It looks to be those windows I showed you. This colour. It looks to be this colour, which I think I've pretty much nailed. But do I have 2 of those, and then do I have 12 of those on top of that? That one's a nicer blue. Oh, I do have more. No chance I'm going to be able to grab that one. I mean, I got another green one with it, but of course I did. And 1x3s, I think I saw those. No. Singular 1x3. Oh no. What? Can we get away with folded arms? Don't know how I feel about that. If we're making a mini warden, this would be better. Oh. There we go. We've got some littler arms. I think I am going to shrink the warden down by 2 studs. There's 1 foot. There's another foot. So we're removing the plates in between the brick and the feet. Get the warden as short as we can. Might even just swap it down to 1x2s if we had any. And then jumper and some tiles to finish it off. Dark blue jumper as well. Plenty of those. It's odd what parts you have in certain colours and what parts you just don't have. Like that dark blue. So many jumpers, but not a lot of anything else. So I assume the jumpers have probably come from pick and builds in stores. Does our warden fit? Our warden fits. Just got to tile off the arm. And that's tan dark blue and whatever that colour is. It's the same colour as the head. It's like an aqua. It's like a duck egg actually. Which is a colour. But not a colour I have much of. Any 1x1s? I don't think I have any 1x1s. All I've got is sand blue. What do they use for the big warden? Oh, the warden does not look bright at all. No, it kind of does. Not in the hands. It's like dark blue again. But there is something in the chest. Do I have a round stud of this? 1x1 rounded off tile. I might. It might not be the exact same colour, but it might be a little brighter. And if they've used tan for the outside, tan or white? I feel like that's more bony. This is the images that I'm looking at. I feel like this warden is a bit more bony than tan. And I know tan is quite a bony colour. But I'm going to switch the tan out to white. The big warden does use tan. Tan is a good fit. All right, maybe we'll leave the torso. Maybe we'll leave the torso for today. But definitely not. Definitely not a light blue at the end of the arms. If anything, the end of the arms are dark blue. So I think I'm going to use a 1x2 in dark blue on each of the bent arms now. Which feels wrong, but it's the only way we can get our warden in there. And then we'll finish this off with tan or 1x1s. One on each of the shoulder. And we should have even added one on each of the feet, because the feet seem more tan than they do black. Trying to escape. As long as it didn't end the stream, we're good. And then this warden's going to be right underneath the golem. The golem's going to know something's up. The iron golem's sensing something, but doesn't know exactly what. And that what is the Warden, right? Oh, a couple blocks below it. If one plate is 2 blocks, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, at least 12. That's 36 blocks below it. Not a very tall village, but that finishes up nearly everything. We've just got to work on our background. This comes straight from the set, and again, a lot. Is that sand blue in the sky? Oh, we used different blues for order on. I feel like it's slightly lighter than sand blue, but I like the thought of sand blue, and they've gone in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7. Oh, a 7 each side. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back. We're just finishing up on, yes, quick, everyone, grab your Lego, parts out. We're just finishing up on the background. We should keep the blue out of the Minecraft display, but they've gone with 14 studs. We could use like an 8 and a 6, but it's not the nicest connection unless we have a lot of 2x orange tiles, which we have used on Alderon. Might need to nick a few of those back. And how long are we talking? Because the Nether has a separate sky, so we're getting rid of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 24. 24 wide. If we can use some 6s, that'd be handy. Need 6 by 6 and 6 by 8s. And rather than going with a black background, I'm gonna stick to grey. It's what we used as the base. It's quite a nice base for Minecraft mini builds. I think we need 4 of those because it is that rocky texture that we see everywhere around the Minecraft map. Piecing these together is going to be real fun. Try not to overlap any of the parts. And then instead of using, we could use snot bricks. We could use snot bricks at the back. How's everyone's day been? Mine's been great, actually. I made for dinner just before the stream. I am in the UK, so this is a late stream for me. I made some pumpkin soup, which was delicious, and then followed it up with some pumpkin cake. If it's a bit late for Halloween now, but I did the same thing with the pumpkins from Halloween, and oh, it's a pumpkin cake is very nice. When am I next streaming? It will be, oh, I am busy, aren't I? It will be Saturday. I don't miss a Saturday stream. Hopefully I won't miss next Saturday because that will be the last Saturday of the year. Probably. I don't know if I'll get a Saturday between Christmas and New Year. It's not the last streams of the year. I probably won't be streaming in December, but I will be streaming before New Year. But there will be a little break in December. Maybe we'll get one in the first half of December when I have a second. But yes, very busy December this year. Let's make some clouds. How many of these do I have? And how many of these do I need? We'll go for a cloud there. And I'll want, oh, 2x3, yeah? Do I have a 2x3? I don't think I have a 2x3. So I'll be streaming Saturday. What I will be streaming is a good question. What have I got left? What do I want to do? I tell you what, we'll build another set because it's a Saturday and it might be the last Saturday, hopefully not. Have a little look. I'll have a little look. The other Christmas set, we might build another Lego set. I think there's a few gift purchases that are meant to be out next Saturday. So we'll have that. Don't worry, there will be plenty of content to watch over December. I might... I might get a stream halfway through. But I wonder if I'd be able just to stream the videos. I don't know if that's within my capabilities of setting up. Just stream Mockember videos on loop. You'll want to watch them over and over again. I'm sure of it. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I need another 2x2 on top of that, though. No, no. 2x2s, come on. Oh, we do have a 1x3. Let's replace that. Off you pop. 1x3, 1x4s, 2x3. Didn't have as many of these sand bricks as I thought, you know? They look like so many. Oh, do I have a 1x4 though? No. Haha. Okay, well this will work for the top. Let's get those 6s and 2s down. That will be... Oh, hold on. Hold on. These are meant to be down. I was making space for a cloud in the middle and I completely forgot. Where's the brick separator? Almost missed it. We've got a nice pink layer. I don't think I have pink, but for Alderon we used yellow. And that is a colour I do have. Do I have another 1x3 of it? Oh, awesome. 1x3 offsets it. So we can get 6s holding these plates together. We'll come back for the cloud because we do have a few more yellow tiles to fill in. Where have they got their sun? Where do we want our sun? Behind the sleeping fox, which is right in the middle. And then orange. Yeah, we don't got orange. Our orange is gone. Orange jumpers? Do I have any? No. I have some orange single jumpers. Maybe these would be useful with a cloud in front. Or do we already nick them off the Alderon build? I don't want to break that down yet. No, red's not cutting it. What oranges do we have? Oh, we have quite a few 1x2s. We might be able to make this. And a 1x3. Let's see what we need. As long as we can get one row, we can finish the red, the rest with a red. And then for night, we want some dark blues. That's going to look cool. Yeah, I'm wondering. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a purple. What if we add some reds? Let's see. 1x2 tiles might be your favorite piece. They fit absolutely everywhere, don't they? We need a yellow in the middle. Maybe a darker yellow. Like an orange. Oh, what I should have done was 1x6s in the middle. Because these two are loose. They're not joint. So these connect these together. Then a 1x6. Maybe even get some of your favorite pieces in here, Vaughn. 1x2. 1x2. This is something that the overhead cam would be best for, isn't it? Should I see if I can set up? Let's see. Does it need to be rotated in any way when it flips? I feel like it might do. Oh, we're on the move. Yeah, it definitely needs to be flipped. There we go. And if for those of you that didn't realize and have been watching this channel for quite a while, Look at that desk mat. That's the original desk mat that I used. I've had this for so long, and I haven't got rid of my green one. My green one is my favorite, is my preferred one, but the green one is finally in the wash. After all this time, I've decided to wash the green one. So my fiance uses this. My fiance uses this desk mat and has given it back for the purpose of today's stream. Thank you very much. So we had something to cover the white. The white desk is fine, but the exposure plays up. Oh wait, that needs to come on down. The exposure plays up so hard. It's all over the place, honestly. Especially with, like, not even white bricks, but with yellow bricks and other lighter bricks. They all just hide into the desk. I feel like the camera thinks it's doing a good job. It just isn't. It's being a little annoying. It's so happy that it's fixed the exposure, but it isn't fixing the exposure. I like this pattern. This is a nice pattern on the inside. You can use a bunch of 2x2s. That's the red done. And I want to do the same with the yellow now. Pop that out. And, oh, is there enough? There's kind of enough space. At least we can see the sun different from the background. Let's get as many orange as we can. Look at that. What is this bit that I'm building? This is the backdrop. Oh, I've killed the warden. This is the backdrop for the main city. We're leaving out the nether. We could have included the nether. So the top half of this is a sort of sunset. No, it's a sunrise, I think. And the bottom half, that must be the sunset. So we'll have a little star every so often. What I might do is fade the night. So we'll include a brighter blue at the bottom. Like so. And then it gets darker. 2x2. Come on, finish it off. Perfect. So that top gap you can see is for a big cloud, and these are just little stars dotted around here. Ooh. 2x3. That'll space it out nicely, and then we can get these stars further apart. Just need a few whites. Got a bunch of 1x1 whites. Plenty of stars to go around. No problem, Vaughn. See you Saturday. Could have got some fireworks for the birthday celebration as well. And 2 more. Oh. And that would be the night sky. I think the sun might be a bit too outstretched. I don't know, because if it's covered, we won't see that. It is meant to be the sunset. The sun is meant to be showing. 2x6. What a pick. I kind of want a 1x3 now. Oh, perfect. Perfect finish. So to show, I'll show it on the display in a second before we round up. But do I have anything that could cover it? I guess I've got the instruction manual from Saturday. That's the night, and then you flip it 180, and that there is like the morning, which is why it's a very, very bright shade of blue. And to connect this, let's bring out the other display. Am I going to have to flip this again? Whee! Yes, I am. No, that's it. You can all see what I mean by that, right? Let's get this flipped. Wait. Is this? There you go, that's better. You all could see this build, right? I didn't just build that on the main cam. Did I? Did I just build that on the main cam? Well, anyway, here you go. This is... Did I do that? I don't remember now. This is the main build. Let's bring this back in. How was it before? You could definitely see the 8080. And then on the back of this, we've got these snot bricks that are going to hold up the back of the display. I might as well fill the entire row with them, or at least as much as I can. Let's leave a gap between. One stud gap between, and it will sit right on the back. There we go. So this is our morning in the Minecraft Mini Biomes of 2026. There we go. There's the morning. And then once you flip, the column is bigger than a tree. It's nuts, isn't it? That's the official Minecraft build. The rest of this is custom. That's the official Minecraft build. They can take the heat for that. And then all you have to do is pop it off. And in theory, you'd add snot bricks to both sides. I haven't done that yet. Let's make it so that I can flip it on demand. We don't need all these snot bricks. And there we go. It is now nighttime in the Lego city. How cool is that sky? And I like the orange at the bottom. The sun definitely looks a little bit stretched, and we should work on a little build for the nether. But what I want to do going forward is get rid of the nether from this and create an entirely different micro build for the nether. Check that out. I think the nether deserves its own. I think the end also deserves its own. Maybe we just need a mine one as well. Maybe we can get rid of the mine off this and include it in the rest. But this is the final model. Check that out. All of the 2026 sets. Can I name them? We've got the Fox Big Fig. This is the Mini Biomes. We've got the Zombie Dungeon down here, the Wither Battle, Nether and End Portal. We've got the the Power Garden. We've got the Chicken Farm. And right on the back corner of this village from the Advent Calendar 2025, we have the Taiga Biome. That's not too shabby. Thank you. Thank you. The nighttime is my favorite. I agree, Vaughn. It looks awesome. So cool. I think I'm going to be keeping this one up on display. Don't forget about the armadillo as well that we built at the start of the stream. How cool is this little guy? But that is all we've got time for, because I'm a Celeb kicks off in 3 minutes and I don't want to miss out on that. Don't know what I'm going to be doing for it for the rest of the week, but that is all for today. My favorite part of today was the armadillo. I can't lie, the armadillo is so cute. You're going to see a lot of pictures of this over on, I'll probably put them in the community tab, and be sure to share images of any of your micro builds from throughout this stream, or if you want to watch it back and try to recreate what we've done here with the micro build. Maybe make the warden a little more secure. Feel free to do that. There's one last look. Check that out. Not bad. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, may the bricks be with you. May the bricks be with you, Moonshoes. Bricks be with you, Vaughn, and everyone else watching. May the bricks be with you always.